get started with Frank back here.
Can you talk about what you saw from some of the new guys, and also I think Chaka and Maxie came off injured. Or I don't know who's injured, but what's the condition?
I don't know. We'll evaluate it. I think they're okay. Luca's the one we were worried about. We had to take Luca off at halftime, so I think he had a quad. But we'll see. I think the others are okay. Just cramping. Yeah, I mean, listen, we trust our depth and we trust our young players coming through. We made the decision to not play all 11 guys that started the last league match. They were not a part of the game at all. And we made a decision to trust our depth. And we brought up the Revs 2 players that we felt were deserved. And, for me, it was a no-brainer to do that. And I'm really proud of Tomas getting his first goal back after being out 9 months. And I'm very, very pleased and proud to be able to give five players their first team debut. And I thought all five of them played extremely well. And, obviously, case in point is Cristiano Oliveira scoring the game winner. But we're a club that's vertically integrated. There's no first team, second team. It's one club. We want young players coming through. We need our depth to be ready. And, I trust every player that's here. And really excited about the youth coming through. Kurt and Chris Tierney and Remy have done a great job of setting up the infrastructure in a good way where we're starting to see the fruits of our labor. And you're starting to see some of these young guys coming through, and that's real exciting because we need that succession planning. And, I'm glad that we were able to advance, and I'm glad that we were able to advance with, with our depth and with the young players. It's real exciting, and, win it, survive and advance. We're going to move on.
Aiden, something that's notable about tonight is obviously it's a meaningful cup game, but it's also against a New England team. And I think possibly the first time that's kind of ever happened in Revs history is you played a meaningful game against another New England team. I guess what's your take on kind of the local rivalry aspect of that and just the sort of vibe tonight?
Yeah, we knew it wouldn't be easy, and obviously we knew not playing all 11 of the starters from the last game that it would be even harder. That was a risk, but I was willing to take that risk because for me it's important that we develop our group and we develop our depth, we develop our young players, and for me this was a great opportunity to give some different guys a run. And yet, I don't want to lose any game. I especially don't want to lose to a team 30 minutes down the street that plays in the USL. So that was one of the things I told the guys. They need to make sure that everybody knows who's the MLS team at the end of it.
Caleb?
Now, Caleb, you mentioned a lot of the younger guys coming to play today. One notable player that wasn't on the younger side is Andrew Farrell. He's been on the club for almost 13 years at this point. What is he like as a leader? I know you mentioned Matt, Ale, and Carlos as leaders in the group. How does Andrew get into that fold as a leader, and how is it to have him around the group?
Andrew Farrell's one of the best leaders I've ever coached. He's one of the best professionals I've ever coached. He's one of the best people that I've ever come across, honestly. He is selfless. Here's a player who has been, a club legend, played a major role, and this year taking a back seat, focusing on coaching, focusing on, kind of what's next, right, in his life. And yet he comes every day, he trains hard, he's just as happy as everyone when we win. I just can't say enough about him. So for me, it was a no-brainer, to play him, to make him captain. I made him captain today, and that was because of his leadership, the respect I have for him, and what he's done for the club. And I thought he was excellent today.
Take a couple more. We'll go Gus and then back here.
Coach, you also had a guy like Alex Bono who probably would be a starter in most MLS teams, and he comes here, he's in the bench, but you see that he's enjoying the team, you see him out of town. How do you manage that dispute between two goalkeepers, and especially when you have a guy of that caliber in your team?
He's just a great guy. He's a great pro, and obviously when you're a team that's had 5 clean sheets and only given up 7 goals, and you're the #1 defensive team in the league, there's no dispute. Ollie's been playing extremely well. Alex knows that, and he's happy to be a part of the team. And he knew he would get his chance, eventually. And it's funny how guys that have been around the block, guys that have, in his case, right, he's won an MLS Cup. He's been a part of it all. He's seen it all. They understand that. He understands that Ollie's playing well. He understands right now that the team's winning. And, for me, he's another one that has character and is selfless. Those are the type of guys I want, and that's why I picked him. I picked him because I knew he would fight it out with Ollie, that he had quality, but also that he was a good guy.
Let's go to Tom and then Bill here.
Coach Tom Quinn, WPRO. Just 2 things. First, what do you have to say about the grit of your team? You won 6 out of your last 7 now, and it seems like the season's completely changed the narrative from where we were 2 months ago. And then secondly, just your overall thoughts on Rhode Island FC. I know you said that's just a USL club, but
Yeah, and I didn't mean that disrespectful, but they are a
No, absolutely.
USL club, and we are an MLS club.
Absolutely.
There's no disrespect,
No,
but we should be better.
Your thoughts overall on what they've built down here from the stadium to
Yeah,
the
100%.
group. So just
So
first off,
much,
the grit of your team.
so much respect. And again, please don't twist that USL MLS. That's a reality. There's a reason guys are in MLS and the reason guys are in USL. There's a reason that our budget's our budget and their budget's their budget. At the end of the day, that's a game. I don't care if we're not playing our top 11. We need to win the game. And that was the expectation. That's no disrespect. They're a very good team. They're a very good coach. Kano, obviously, excellent coach. They played extremely well today. It was an even game. You look at the shots. You look at, it wasn't like we were far and away the better team. They were a good team. A lot of respect for them. A lot of respect for their fans. Thought the fans were unbelievable, loud, unbelievable environment, great stadium, good players. But if we want to be, if my players want to be in MLS and perform and they want to get the job done for me with the goals that we have, that they needed to get the job done today, and they did.
And then just back to that first part, just the grit of your team overall. When you last 6 of your 7,
Yeah.
you come out here tonight, like you said, you're not playing your top 11 guys, and you still find a way to get it done. The narrative's completely changed on your season.
Yeah, I believe in a team concept. I believe in a locker room where everybody is important, and I treat every player the same. I love all my players. I do it for the players, and I was proud to give those guys a run. I think we're a team, and in the end, when you're a team and you work hard and you're honest and you have a chemistry like we do, you can do big things. Obviously, we had a very slow start. I kept saying it though. We just needed time. We had 16 new players. 16 new players takes time, and we just needed time. And I think you're starting to see, the type of team we can be. But for me, still, we're 9th place. We got to keep fighting. We got to keep getting better. We got to keep moving up the table. And we're nowhere near the team we can be. We still have a long way to go. But, I love the mentality. This group has a great mentality. And, they're bought in, and they care. They care about the club, and they want to do big things this year. So when you have a group that wants to do big things and they want to play together and they want to fight for the fans, then you get special things that start to happen. Thank you.
Last question with Bill.
Caleb, DRBN's obviously a local guy, gives you, helps give you a little bit of a spark that leads to the winner. What do you see about his game that you like?
Who? Sorry, I missed it.
DRB.
Yeah. At first, I thought he was a little punk. And now I love that because he is a little punk, but in a good way. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and you can just see it when he comes in the game. He's just, he's got an edge, and that's what I love. In a young player, you need guys that are brave. You need guys that have personality, that have an attitude, and he's scrappy. And we go to every Revs 2 game. If we can't go to the game, then we watch it, on, film. And, I very much believe in a vertically integrated club. I believe in a close relationship with the Revs too, and that some of those guys need to come through. I believe that the academy needs to have a close relationship with Revs too, and that some of those guys need to come through. And we pay attention to the young players. I value developing young players. I started as a youth developer. I love developing young players, and you know, for me to see Gavork and to see Cristiano and to see Eric Klein, which I thought was excellent. We started Allen, Oyerwath. 5 guys we gave their MLS debut. So I thought all of them did well, and you know, they have bright futures. It's one step in the process though, so you know, still a long road for them. It's not easy to make it in MLS. It's very difficult. So still a long road for them, but I'm happy to give them that first step.
All right, joined now by Cristiano Oliveira. We'll start with Caleb here.
Cristiano, good to see you again. Congrats on the goal. I spoke to you a little over a month ago when you scored your first professional goal for Reds 2. Now you come to the first team and score your first professional goal with the first team. Kind of just tell us what's going through your mind and how you thought you played today overall.
First off, I want to thank God, because without him, I wouldn't be here. He's put a lot of people in my journey to help me get here. I'm super grateful for all the coaches that I had, my parents, my friends, everyone, the church. Well, my goal, I was just like super happy. I thought I got involved. I felt like in the warm-ups I was telling myself, like, get in the game, try and like connect, play simple passes. And I think I did that. And then G took a great shot. I thought that was going in. And then thankfully it fell to me and I got my goal. So super happy, and all glory to God.
We'll go to Gus Lopez next.
Can I do it Portuguese?
Do you know Portuguese?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Christian, primeiramente parabéns por você, pelo gol, pela sua aparição pelo time profissional. Você é o primeiro brasileiro a marcar um gol pelo Revolution desde 2001, ou 2001, foi o KT. Qual que é a emoção e é uma mensagem para a comunidade brasileira que também está te acompanhando nessa sua jornada pelo Revolution?
Primeiramente eu quero agradecer a Deus porque Ele me abençoou com esse gol. É uma honra ser um brasileiro. Eu espero melhorar cada dia e crescer nesse time e ajudar. E um dia talvez jogar na Europa, se Deus quiser. E vamos ver. Quero ajudar a seleção. Mas primeiramente eu tenho que chegar naquele nível e se Deus quiser eu vou conseguir.
We'll go next to Jeff Lemieux there.
Cristiano, the 11 guys who didn't dress tonight were up near the press box, and when you scored, they went wild. So what does that mean to you to have that support from those guys, and how have some of those guys sort of taken you under their wings a little bit as you've gotten up in an opportunity to train with the first team?
Yeah, they've been super helpful. Like, I started training with the first team. I had like a couple of training sessions last year, and the thing that most stood out like about the first team was like how respectful and welcoming they were. I think like everyone in the building can say like everyone's super welcoming, and I think that just helped me adapt as a younger player, because at first you're like nervous. You're like, if I make a mistake this, or you just get in your head. But I think like they've just helped me get out of my shell. And today, like Chonkla and Max, you were telling me just go, just play, and I think that just helped me score. So, you know.
Next we'll go to Hayden Bird in the middle.
So something that's kind of notable about today's game is the local aspect of it. I mean, it's a meaningful cup game, but against, you know, one New England team versus another New England team. And obviously you have local ties as well. So did that mean something a little extra to you? I guess, what was your feeling about, you know, playing in this place, the second game ever in this stadium, you know, a local New England game?
It was amazing. I was like shocked by the stadium. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I'm super happy for what Rhode Island like has done like from last year, because I went to a game at Bryant and to this, I'm like, wow, like it's amazing. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm just super happy that I scored in a local game. Like, it was a meaningful game. Like, and yeah, just happy that I could help my team with the victory today.
Question here on your left.
Christian, what game did you go to? Why were you at the game? Can you take us through that? The game you were at last year at Bryant? you remember that?
It was against Tulsa.
What was the circumstances just to show up to that game?
Oh, that's funny. I actually went to a game. We played Chattanooga with the second team. I think we tied. Yeah, and then Malcolm, like, in the locker room, he was just like, do you want to go watch Jack Piniotu play? And I was like, yeah, because I didn't have anything to do. So, like, I just went with Malcolm and we watched Jack play.
How different was it from that environment to play in an environment like this tonight, to watch it from last year, to be on the field and score the game-winning goal tonight?
It was an amazing feeling. Like, I think my mom, like, always told me, like, believe in yourself, trust God, because you can do it. So I think that belief in myself helped me get here, and my faith, like, consistently going to church, reading my Bible, praying, all these things helped me get here. So it was a moment that I could reflect and just be happy about that. Now I'm scoring my debut, so thank you, God.
We'll take one more question, that'll go to Caleb.
Yeah, and on that, Cristiano, obviously you've played with the first team as well, and you're in this match today with 4 or 5 of your teammates from Revs 2 as well. What's it like being able to be in this pipeline, coming with Revs 2 players up to the first team and getting this opportunity?
I think it's definitely, like, helped me be a little bit more comfortable because, like, I play consistently with G, Klein, Allen, these guys. So I would say it just put me a little bit more at ease. And yeah.
All right.
Wait, he can ask his question.
One more Portuguese?
Yeah, so just one in English now. You play with Marcus Diaz, which has been one of the veterans in the first team, and you also have Carnal, which is also a Brazilian American. They also been helping a lot of those Brazilian players coming into the Revs too. How can you say a little bit about your relationship with Marcus and also with Kurt?
It's amazing. Like, both great people. Marcos, like, his locker room is, like, right next to mine, and I think he's a leader, but a great person. I take the train every morning and to go to Gillette and come back, and he gives me rides. But in general, a great person. And with Kurt, like, I think the biggest thing with Kurt is, like, he's always, like, shown me that he trusts me and believes in me. When I was an academy kid at U15, like, he always believed in me. It's funny because thinking back, like, when I was making the decision to come to Revs, Kurt was the one who, like, influenced me and told me that to come, like, that it would work out. And yeah, this actually happened at COE, which is a school, soccer school. I don't know if you guys know it, but yeah.